Hey, hi everybody. How are you? I hope you all are fine. So once again, I am back with you another literary theory. So today I am going to discuss with you the theory of formalism. So this is a very beginning portion of the literary theory if you are reading or studying literary theory. So what is it? So let's find out what is formalism. Okay, so formalism, as you know, is a literary theory that emerged in the early 20th century, and it started particularly in Russia, and later it spread to other parts of the world. As you know, it focuses on the analysis of a literary work's form, structure, style, rather than its historical or biographical context. So formalist critics sought to understand how the formal elements of literature, what are these? Such as language, narrative technique, and imagery contribute to the meaning and aesthetic experience of a text. Now let's try to find out what was the time period of the Russian or other formalism to evolve out, and it's then how it evolved time after time. As you know, Russian formalism's origin can be traced back to the Russian formalist movement, and that was around 1910 or 20s. So it was characterized by a rejection of traditional literary criticism and a focus on the intrinsic properties of literature. The movement was influenced by Russian futurism and structural linguistics, and among other intellectual currents of that time. So far as the formalism evolved over the years, as you know, there are plenty of variations and adaptations, and they emerge in different cultural and linguistic contexts. So while its early proponents were mainly Russian, the formalist ideas influenced literary criticism around the world, okay, and especially in Europe and North America. So formalism also laid the groundwork for the theories such as structuralism, post-structuralism, and other schools of literary theory that emerged later in the 20th century. Now let's try to find out what are the major issues they are dealing with actually in formalism. So first and foremost is that of they are talking about the literary devices and techniques used in the text. So formalist critics analyze the use of literary devices such as metaphor, imagery, symbolism, and irony to understand how they contribute to the overall structure and meaning of the text. After this metaphorical aspects or these things rather, they talk about narrative technique. So they emphasize the study of narrative techniques such as plot, point of view, narrative voice. So they examine how these elements also shape the reader's experience and their interpretation of the text. So now first literary device, second was narrative technique. Now the third one is about, they're talking about poetics. So they often engage with the study of poetry and poetic language, exploring how the formal qualities of words contribute to its aesthetic impact and meaning. Now let's come to the concept and the major writer doing this type of concept. Okay, so one of the major proponents of formalism was Victor Slovatsky, and I think you have already come across that concept of defamiliarization, which is given by Slovatsky itself. So Slovatsky argued that literature's primary function is to make the familiar thing to seem strange, thereby defamiliarizing everyday experiences and renewing our perception of reality to a new extent. So this concept emphasizes the importance of formal innovation and stylistic experimentation in literature. Now then, next critic or theorist may be Roman Jakobson. As you know, he has given the concept of poetic function of language, isn't it? So Jakobson proposed that language has several functions, one of which is the poetic function, where the focus is on the aesthetic qualities of language itself rather than its referential or communicative function. So this idea underscores the importance of language in creating literary effects and shaping readers' response. Now another most important theorist, as I can remember, Boris Eichenbaum. Okay, so he has given the theory of the Ostranini effect. Eichenbaum elaborated on Slovodsky's concept of defamiliarization and then explored how literary techniques such as metaphor, simile, repetition, and how they can disrupt habitual perception and engage the reader's attention new ways. Now, let us find out some major texts by these writers dealing with this theory of formalism. First comes obviously Victor Slovodsky's Art as Technique. This text, Art as Techniques, published in 1917. So in this influential essay, Slovodsky introduces the concept of defamiliarization and argues for the importance of form in literature. He discusses how literary devices and stylistic techniques can disrupt automatic perception and stimulate fresh insights. Then Roman Jakobson, he has written plenty of texts, and the most important for formalism is Linguistics and Poetics. It was published in 1960. So in this seminal work, Jakobson explores the poetic function of language. Here he discusses how language can be used for its own sake to create aesthetic effects. He also discusses the relationship between poetic language and other forms of communication. So I hope this discussion was beneficial for you. If you like the video, please share your comment rather. I will be very much happy to read your comments. Okay, and I will be charged up for the upcoming videos. So thank you, and have a good day. Peace.